Hi, this is Marie from Legacy Publishing. In today's video, we are going to explore profit opportunities investing in Apple. Chuck, I noticed that you have numerous positions in Apple stock and options. Can you tell us about your outlook for Apple?
Marie, my fundamental and technical analysis is flashing a strong buy signal for Apple going forward. Apple as a company is growing its net worth at a high 60% annual rate, allowing the company to double its true value in less than 2 years. Net worth represents the true value of Apple stock. In my Wealth Building Formula book, we explore the strong correlation between a company's growth in net worth and future stock price appreciation. Companies with a high annual net worth growth rate tend to have strong stock price appreciation. Let's take a look at Apple's strong fundamentals. Apple has a strong balance sheet with zero debt and $23 billion in cash. In the latest quarter, Apple's earnings growth rate was 46%. Apple continues to increase its market share in the fast-growing Asia markets and took top honors in the Wall Street Journal's Asia 200 survey in 2009. 50% of the world's 6.7 billion people own a cell phone, but only 19% of the world's population has access to the Internet. Apple is working to eliminate that gap by offering inexpensive mobile devices that can surf the web to its full capacity. Apple is winning market share from Research in Motion and Nokia, and Apple's growth in mobile internet sales represents a huge profit opportunity going forward. And Apple was able to maintain double-digit sales and earnings growth rates through one of the worst recessions in 80 years.
Apple seems to have strong fundamentals and earning potential going forward. Chuck, how do the technical indicators look for Apple?
Marie, Apple also has strong technicals and is in a confirmed uptrend. A confirmed uptrend is indicated when the stock price is trending up and the on-balance volume line is also in an uptrend. In this example, the intermediate-term trend system is on a buy signal as indicated by the 50-day exponential moving average above the 100-day EMA. When the on-balance volume line is trending up, it indicates volume is increasing on days a stock closes up and volume is decreasing on days a stock closes down, confirming the price uptrend. The major trend system also indicates a long-term buy for Apple with the 1-month price above the 20-month EMA. Now, these long-term buy signals can last for several years.
Chuck, how can investors participate in the profit opportunities available with Apple stock and options?
Marie, I have been purchasing Apple call options and initiating buy-right trades on Apple. Because Apple stock is currently trading at about $200 per share, smaller accounts can purchase Apple stock or option spreads for Apple, which we will explore in a minute. Here is an example of a recent Apple call option purchase I made. My brokerage confirmation shows that I purchased the Apple April 120 strike call option for 75.60 points. This option expires in about 5.5 months. Apple stock was trading at $194.96 when I purchased this option. In my high accuracy option trading report, I recommend a simple formula for selecting option strike prices for high accuracy trading. I use this formula to select the strike price for this option. This call option purchase analysis displays the profit loss potential for buying the April 120 strike call option at 75.60 points. The analysis displays the profit potential for this call option purchase, assuming various price changes for Apple stock at option expiration from a 50% increase in price to a 10% decline in price. We can see from this call option purchase analysis that the time value for this option is only 0.64 points and the intrinsic value is 74.96 points. Apple stock only has to increase 0.64 points, or less than 0.5% over the next 5.5 months for this trade to become profitable. Now there's a much higher probability that an in-the-money option purchase with less than 1% break-even price will be profitable compared to an out-of-the-money option that could require a 10 or 20% or higher stock price increase in order to break even. Trading in-the-money options allows you to increase the accuracy of your options trading compared to out-of-the-money options. Here is an example of a recent Apple buy-right trade I took. My brokerage confirmation shows that I purchased 400 shares of Apple stock at $193.38 and sold 4 Apple 240 strike leaps options at an average price of 18.99 points. We can see from this buy-right analysis that a 25% increase in Apple stock at option expiration to $241.73 would result in a $6,561 profit and a 37.6% return before commissions. A 10% increase in Apple stock to $212.72 would result in a $3,832 profit and a 22% return. And if Apple stock remains flat at $193.38, it would result in a 10.9% return.
Chuck, how can investors with smaller accounts trade Apple options?
Marie, smaller trading accounts can trade option spreads for Apple. I recently recommended an option spread trade for Apple to my advisory service members. I recommended the purchase of the Apple 165 strike call at 56.60 points and the sale of the 185 strike call for 44.35 points. This call option spread analysis displays the profit-loss potential for the recommended Apple 165-185 option spread. The cost of this spread is $1,225. The analysis displays the profit potential for this option spread trade, assuming various price changes for Apple stock at option expiration from a 20% increase in price to a 10% decline in price. Now, if Apple stock increases in price, a 63% return would be realized before commissions. If Apple stock remains flat, a 63% return would be also realized, and a 10% decline in the stock price results in a 55% return. So trading option spreads is a good way for smaller trading accounts to participate in the profit potential for Apple stock. So to summarize, fundamental and technical analysis reveals that investing in Apple stock and options can result in tremendous profits over the next several years. Apple is the biggest position in my trading portfolios, and I am a firm believer in the worldwide growth potential for Apple.
Well, Chuck, it appears that Apple has a great future, and I hope our viewers were able to gain some valuable insights into taking advantage of the profit opportunities available investing in Apple stock and options. I want to thank everyone for viewing, and I am looking forward to our next presentation.